Is Sokka the father? Is Sokka the father of Suyin Beifong? Is Sokka the father of Lin Beifong? I mean, obviously, in Book 4 of The Legend of Korra, Toph mentioned that Lin Beifong's father was a man named Kanto, and he was a nice man, but it didn't really work out between him and Toph. So, assuming Toph is telling the truth, maybe Kanto, this random guy named Kanto, was indeed Lin Beifong's father. Now, of course, it could just be the creators, Mike and Brian, trying to troll us, or it could just be Toph lying because she doesn't want to really answer the question. Because I don't see how she would just all of a sudden answer the question just because Bolin asked the question. So it's possible that Toph is lying, and obviously Toph has the ability to tell when people are lying. But when she's the one doing the lying, I'm not sure how many people can keep her in check, because only Toph and Aiwei seem to have the ability to tell when people are lying. So, and Uzula too, but Uzula doesn't do it through bending. She's just smart. But yes, but so it's possible that Toph was lying, and Lin's father is someone else. Maybe Sokka, maybe Satoru, the guy from the Rift comics. I mean, it's hard to say. So, for the purpose of just making some quick assumptions, we will assume that Toph was telling the truth about a guy named Kanto being Lin Beifong's father. So let's just leave that one. And we know that Lin and Suyin have different fathers, so they're half sisters, not full sisters. So that means Suyin's father is someone else, and of course, Suyin's father could be that man, Satoru or whatever his name is, the guy that appears in the Rift comics, and he has the uncle who's working with Toph's father. But the point, with Lao Beifong, that is. But the point is, yeah, that is really weird. And just to get one thing out of the way before we do more speculation on this theory, is that when Toph sent Sue to live with her grandparents after Sue was caught, Sue got the criminal record, and Toph decided to get rid of the criminal record to protect her own reputation, but made Sue go away and live with grandparents just so that she wouldn't be around causing trouble anymore. Um, some people speculated, oh, well, that's because, well, she was being sent to live with her dad's parents. Well, there's no evidence of that, and it's most likely mom's parents. It's most likely Toph's parents, Poppy and Lao Beifong. And of course, other people might point out the fact that Toph's parents separated, as was mentioned in the Rift comics, but they probably got back together. I'm sure Toph and Lao went back to Poppy and talked to her, and then Toph asked maybe Poppy to forgive Lao and everything worked out well or something. So I think Toph's parents probably got back together, and Su Yin went to live with them for a while. And Su explicitly mentioned that neither Su nor Lin knew their fathers, and of course Lin even mentions that later, and she gets mad at Toph for never telling her who her father was until that point when Toph mentioned Kanto. So, getting those things out of the way, Su's father, as I said, could be Satoru, but it's also possible that Su's father could be someone else. It could be some random guy from who knows where, or and I know lots of people love the theory that Sokka is Su's father, and lots of people also hate the theory that Sokka is Su's father. And personally, I don't like the theory either. I think it's a bad theory, although like the drawings look similar, like they kind of have this similar facial expressions, and Su's sons look a little similar to Sokka, but I think that's just a coincidence, or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? But the point is, I hope we actually don't get answers to this, because I think it's just better to leave them as mysteries. I think that um, theoretically, there is one way in which I would be okay with Sokka being Su's father. And here's what it is. Here's what that one way is. If maybe Toph wanted to have a second kid, if maybe after giving birth to Lin, let's say Toph had a relationship with Kanto, and she gave birth to Lin, and then Toph and Kanto separated, or maybe they separated before Toph gave birth to Lin, and Toph just never told Kanto about Lin. And then Toph was alone, raising as a single mother, raising her daughter Lin. And then maybe all of a sudden Toph decided that she wanted a second child. And of course, Toph didn't have any man that she was seeing at the time. So maybe she wanted to find a sperm donor. And in real life, a lot of people who find sperm donors, they ask for people that they know well. So maybe they might ask for their friends to donate sperm to them. They might ask to use the sperm of their friend and say, hey, close friend, I'm trying to have a baby. Would it be okay if I used your sperm? Would you like to give me your sperm? Or in the case of men, they might go and ask a close female friend, hey, would you mind being the surrogate? Would you mind carrying the child? So it's possible that Toph just wanted a second child, and she went to her good friend Sokka and just asked him to donate some sperm. Of course, so that's possible. And that is my theory for what probably happened. And so theoretically, Sokka could be Suyin's father. And the only way I would be okay with that theory, I mean, obviously I would have to accept it, 'cause if it ended up ever being revealed to be true, then I would just have to accept it because it's not my universe to create. But I'm okay with my sperm donor theory that I just made up, that Sokka was just a sperm donor and wanted to help out his friend Toph. So maybe Sokka is Su's father because he was a sperm donor.